A new logistics terminal will be built in the Seaport Aktau Special Economic Zone (SEZ), capital KZ reports. The construction is scheduled for 2015. According to the publication, the project is being implemented jointly with the Azerbaijani side. During the first stage of the construction, the terminal will be used as a warehouse and will be convenient for further sale and transportation of products to the Mangistau and other regions in Kazakhstan. The governor of the region, Alik Aidarbayev, explained that Kazakhstan is the link between Chinese products and consumers in Europe and the Caucasus. The idea is that Kazakhstan, including the Mangistau region, serves as a trade route between China and Asian countries to Europe, the Caucasus, and the Persian Gulf. This is the core of the implementation of huge investment projects on construction of ports, roads, and railways. We have already officially decided to build a shipyard near Kurik and are currently estimating the project cost. The project will be implemented with the participation of the national company Kazmunaygaz. Other big investments will start with the beginning of this project in the region. Joly has exceeded the planned loan grants, as reported by Forbes Kazakhstan. In general, the plan executed by 163%. Total amount of 97,826,000,000 tenge was granted to 17,645 grantees. The bank's press service underlined that Joly has two projects: housing for all categories of the population and housing for young families. 429,000 square meters was commissioned for housing in 2014, that is 7,033 apartments, while the average annual plan is 300 square meters. In 2015, the bank is going to continue being active on granting loans in tenge, and in the future, the bank intends to increase lending in local currency. Forbes Kazakhstan reminds that Joly Bank Kazakhstan is a subsidiary of the national holding Bayterak, whose purpose is to promote the development and diversification of the economy, attracting investment, the development of clusters, and the improvement of corporate governance in its subsidiaries. The process of doing business in Kazakhstan will be facilitated. The news agency Novosti Kazakhstan reports that the government is actively discussing the issue of reducing the number of permits for businesses by 52%. The meeting of the Interdepartmental Commission on Regulation of the Entrepreneurial Activity was held under the chairmanship of the Deputy Prime Minister Bakirjan Sagintayev. As reported, 134 permits of the Ministries of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Education and Science, the National Bank, and of other state institutions were reviewed and adopted. In total, 367 permits were proposed for cancelling, or 52% of the total number of permits. Aktau plans to double the export of Ladas to 100,000 units based on the sales results in 2014. The export to Kazakhstan will increase by 25% to 50,000 vehicles, Oil News reports, citing the president of Aktau, Bo Anderson. Such models as the Renault Nissan, including Renault Logan and Sandero, will help reach this level, and of course thanks to our new model Lada Vesta that is scheduled to launch in September 2015. The main problem is a collapse in domestic demand for cars, the source explains. In 2015, according to the forecast of the Association of European Businesses, or AEB, sales of cars will be reduced by a quarter to 1.8 million units. Kazakhstan saw a decline by 40%. Kazakhstan will develop a new section of the tax code on the audit of individuals, Tengri News reports. The chairman of the State Revenue Committee under the Ministry of Finance, Davlet Yurgozhin, addressed the issues of income declaration. According to Yurgozhin, civil servants have to submit the income declaration each year in a timely manner. For the following 4 months, all the declarations are processed and then are sent out back to the civil servants. Upon discovery of discrepancies, violators are subject to administrative liability. The Financial Monitoring Committee of the Ministry of Finance monitors transactions for large payments, and if it is discovered that the declared income of an individual does not meet the transactions, such materials will be transferred to the State Revenue Committee, and the Ministry of Finance will carry out relevant works over the addressed issues. Meanwhile, the State Revenue Committee monitors only individual income, while there is a need to control the expenses, the publication reports. Yurgozhin noted that the issue of income declaration and individual expenses needs more attention. Ideally, we need to write a new chapter of the tax code on the audit of individuals within the framework of the draft law on universal declaration.